Good day, everyone. So, welcome to English for Academic and Professional Purposes class. So, I'm Miss Riza Jisa Hagun. Okay. So, for our lesson 1, we will discuss about the academic text structures. So, what you need to know. First, the learning competency. So, differentiates language used in academic texts from various disciplines. And then, what are the learning objectives of this lesson? So, at the end of this lesson, the learners are expected to define academic text, determine text structure of an academic text, and explain the components of the 3 parts essay structure. For the general instructions, number 1, read and follow instructions carefully in each lesson. Number 2, take note and record points for clarification. Number 3, do the activities to fully understand each lesson. And number 4, answer all the given tests and exercise. So first, let us define what is academic text. So it's defined as a critical, objective, specialized texts written by experts or professional in a given field using formal language. This means that academic texts are based on facts with solid basis. Academic writing, therefore, is a generally quite formal, objective, and technical. So it is formal by avoiding casual or conversational language such as contractions or informal vocabulary. So instead of the word don't in academic
So the word don't in academic structure, we use or we write the word do not. Okay. So academic text, it is impersonal and objective by avoiding the direct reference to people or feelings, and instead emphasizing objects, facts, and ideas. It is technical by using vocabulary specific to the discipline. So what are the some academic disciplines? So number 1 is literary analysis. A literary analysis, literary analysis essay examines, evaluates, and makes an argument about a literary work. So as its name suggests, a literary analysis essay goes beyond mere summarization. Next is, what is research paper? So a research paper uses outside information to support a thesis or make an argument. Research papers are written in all disciplines and may be evaluative, analytical, or critical in nature. So common research sources include data, primary sources, example is the historical records, and secondary sources is peer-reviewed scholarly articles. So what is dissertation? So a dissertation or a thesis is a document submitted at the conclusion of a PhD program. So the dissertation is a book-length summarization of the doctoral candidate's research. So what are the other of example of academic texts. So we have books and book reports, translations, conference paper, academic journal, and abstract and explication. Okay, so now let us proceed to academic structure. So structure is an important feature of academic writing. A well-structured text enables the reader to follow the argument and navigate the text. In academic writing, a clear structure and logical flow are imperative to a cohesive text. So these are the two common structures of the academic text that you need to learn, which depends on the type of assignment you are required. So the three parts essay and the IMRAD structure. So these are the two common structure of academic text. So the three parts essay again and the IMRAD. So IMRAD structure. So first, let us define the three parts essay structure: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So what is introduction? So its purpose is to clearly tell the reader the topic, purpose, and the structure of the paper. As a rough guide, an introduction might be between 10 and 20% of the length of the whole paper and has three main parts. So what are the three main parts of the introduction? Number one, letter A is the most general information. Letter B is the core of introduction and the most specific information. So the next is the body. So the body is tells about what is the topic about, or it may elaborate directly on the topic sentence by giving definitions, classifications, explanations, contrasts, examples, and evidence. So the body is the heart of the essay. Next is the conclusion. So this is the mirror image of the essay. So the conclusion usually begins by briefly summarizing the main scope or structure of the paper. So confirms the topic that was given in the introduction. Ends with a more general statement about how this topic relates to its context. So this may take the form of an evaluation of the importance of the topic. So implication for future research or recommendation about theory or practice. So the introduction and the conclusion should be shorter than the body text. For shorter essays, one or two paragraphs for each of these sections can be appropriate. Next is, for longer text or thesis, they may be several pages long. So next is, let's define the IMRAD structure. So what do you mean by IMRAD? So the letter I stands for introduction. Letter M is method, results, and the last one is discussion. Okay. So the IMRAD as a question about for introduction is what is the problem? And then for the M or the material and methods, how can the problem be solved? For the R, for the result, what was found out? And the letter D, discussion, what does it mean? Okay, so this is the format, research format. So I hope your research paper last year or last sem discussed this to you. Okay, so this is the example of the IMRAD, or the format for the research paper or thesis. So okay, so grade 12, for this lesson we will discuss this on synchronous, okay, or the for online meeting. Okay, so it is important to attend in synchronous. Okay, so thank you very much.